right, welcome. A beautiful morning to you. My name is Rose Blossom. Happy to have you on the program today. Today is going to be quite different and quite interesting because we have not this time around a Zoom guest, we have a live in guest today. But if we are talking women and beauty in today's world. We know that what they describe as beauty then in our mother's time, in the ancestral times, is quite different from what we have now. So yes, we're here to educate ourselves on how to be bold and be beautiful, and whatever how you find yourself, just make sure that you understand that you are beautiful. I have an amazing guest that will be talking about that. But before I introduce my guest or unveil my guest, I want you to know that we're streaming live on Facebook and on Twitter at Galaxy TV. And of course, you can also like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channels, our Galaxy TV. We have Galaxy TV News. We also have Galaxy TV Entertainment and Galaxy TV Comedy. Anyways, let's go for the short break, and right after that we'll come to the studio to talk about women and beauty in today's world. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Yes, with me is Glory Ntiaidem. I think I got that right. She's a model, she's an actress, she's a producer, she's a presenter, she's an influencer. She's also the founder of CEO 9 Days Organic, which is one of the best hair doctors right now. If you go online, you go on Instagram, I'm sure she's on Facebook too, so definitely you will get it. When you see her hair, you will understand why she's one of the best hair sellers in Nigeria today. It's good to have you. Good morning, Glory.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. You look fabulous. You know, before I even start asking questions, you just have to give me the journey of this hair. Like, how did you get to have this?
So, at first, people actually didn't believe that one could actually have this natural hair in this side of the world. So I had to cut it again to start the journey for people to actually understand that yes, you can achieve it. So that's when I started using my products. So the products I use are edibles. I converted the things that we eat into products, and then that's how I started Nelly's Organics, because it's almost an unbelievable story. So it's a thing of, oh, you have long hair, and like, okay, let me use other people that are not my friends.
Yeah.
And we're seeing reviews, we're seeing results without even talking too much. And I always tell people, like, these are consistent usage of a certain product, which is Nelly's Organics. You're not going to be mixing chemicals because they're not chemical infused products. And like I stated earlier, they're edibles. From the things we eat. I converted them into hair products.
Yeah. Amazing. So how long did it take you to have this?
Okay, so it took me 3 years to 4 years, yes, and then with a little trimming, because trimming also helps with growing.
Oh, really?
Yes, it does, because you have to trim the damaged part. But also we help with blends, with your hair extensions. We have types that even if I trim my hair or if I cut my hair, I don't throw it away.
Okay.
Yes, I don't. So I still put it back into.
How do? Wow,
that's a lot.
That's a whole lot. It's just like wait, I need to understand what you're saying. Like, cut your hair, then still make use of that same hair.
Buy Brazilian hair, we buy Peruvian hair.
Okay.
So those process that people do
Oh.
use in doing. So natural hair now, they use that for doing dreadlocks. They use it to do clip-ins. They use it to do pin-ups and stuff like that for your hair extension.
Wow, amazing. You see, like I said, this is going to be amazing because we have a lot. In fact, like, since we're talking about hair, let's first go into hair before we go into beauty, body, and all of that. Now, what is the first proper thing a woman should be able to do to make sure that her beauty starts with her hair? Because, of course, even if we want to go to the Bible, it says the glory of a woman is her hair. So what are the first things a woman needs to know and do for her hair to be healthy?
Well-being, lifestyle, consistency. Stay true to your texture. You don't have to do what others are doing. Find a brand that works for you. That's I always refer people to Lendy's Organics. I can brag about this brand because it's something that I have seen it work for other people that are not my friends. You know, imagine a stranger calling you to tell you, "Thank you." I've never done business that somebody will call me and tell me thank you or dash me money on top. So this is a brand that you should reckon with. Your lifestyle is very important. Your intake is very important. You must rest. Women don't rest. Even when you're sleeping, you're thinking. You see, thinking don't solve problems. So you must rest. You must do the needful. You must take care of yourself. And hygiene is also important. You can't leave yourself. You cannot leave yourself. Take the right supplements. And I mean, wash your hair often.
Wash your hair off. How often? Often should they wash their hair?
It depends on the weather. It depends on how much sweat you sweat. Do you understand? Because some people, if you hug them now, I don't know how you sleep next to a man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, okay, what you mean is probably okay. How about for those that make their hair like all these braidings and all of that, and some take it for like a month or plus? So what happens to those legs? Because they can't definitely lose the hand, keep washing it every time.
Wash your scalp.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why we have oils. When you're on braids, we have a kit for what we call the protective kit. The oil has a subtle fragrance that can help your braids smell nice.
Yeah.
You have your conditioners that smells nice. They use techniques like spirits back in the days to clean your, for those that want to carry 6 months. I don't know how you do it. But you can also wash your braids. Trust me. You can wash, you can use your hand dryer, dry your hair.
Dry hair properly.
Do you understand? While you cover it often, use the proper, don't use thick. Your satin bonnet, funny enough, when you use satin bonnet, it helps to steam your hair, which causes heat and it will still smell. So let hair come in often, you know, use your hand dryer, use the right product, use the right oils on it. It keeps you fresh and keeps you smelling nice.
Okay, now a lot of people believe that some persons have actually tried growing natural hair, and eventually they find out that they've grown the hair for like 2-3 years and it's probably not the way they're expecting, so they start relaxing the hair, and when relaxing the hair they find out that their hair goes longer than even when they decide to keep it natural. What do you think is probably the problem there?
So it's nature.
Oh.
They have different types of hair. We have the 4C, we have the 4A, they have different types. Now we have what they call shrinkage. It's not that hair is not long. You want to pull it, you see the length. But the nature of that hair, it's meant to be that way.
Oh.
Do you understand? But when we call it silk press, or for natural hair people, we silk press it, like you stretch it out. The moment you pour water in it, it goes back.
Shrink back, okay.
That's nature. But now you applying the chemical in it, you've killed that nature. Then you have a longer texture, which is silk. Just like you have kinky and you have straight hair.
Yeah.
So if you buy a kinky bundle and you buy maybe 14 inches, you buy a straight.
They are all same size, yes. Same.
But kinky is the texture of the hair. It's coily. So you can't cheat kinky's nature
with a slick hair.
So that's how it is.
Okay, a lot of people don't really understand this, because some persons will tell you, I prefer having a straight hair than having the... Okay, and for those that some persons want to convert, people that are relaxing their hair using the chemicals, some of them want to convert to having a natural hair, and they were like, I don't want to barb the hair, I don't want to cut it, I just want it to transform itself. So how long and what's the process of doing that?
So we'll call that a transition. It's called transitioning. That's the journey. So you stop relaxing. For instance, when you stop relaxing for 3 months, you have the undergrowth. So that undergrowth, that we call it undergrowth, is the virgin hair coming up.
Oh.
Do you understand? So if you compare both texture, the undergrowth is usually thicker than the palm one, and the palm one now will be hanging like telephone wire. You know how
yeah.
That's the one you'll be trimming
out little by little. Okay.
Because you're transitioning from that's a very perm to natural.
Okay.
So it takes a longer time than when you just cut it off.
Right?
Yes, it does.
Oh, but Okay, but they will still get. Would they still get the same length of hair
Over time.
Over time.
Over
Oh,
time,
okay.
yeah.
But there's no particular duration to that.
It depends on your consistency, the product you're using, and your nature. You understand? I can't compare my gene to that.
To that
of the
person.
other person.
Okay, there's someone when I on my status I was talking to some persons when I had to, we had to change the topics and everything. So I told someone, like, do you have questions about hair? Just hit me up if you have questions about. So someone said, okay, they have been using rice water.
Okay.
You know about that, right? They've been using rice water. They I don't know how the process is. Maybe they sieve out the water, they put it in a bottle, and they keep spraying on their hair, maybe morning and night. Sometimes wear the satin cap and whatever. But some of them say the process is a bit low, and some are asking how long should that water stay for before they dispose and refill.
Every creator has a journey or story to say about something.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And that rice water, some people might use it for. They might ask you to leave it in the bottle soaked for 48 hours. Some will tell you leave it for 5 days. Some will tell you to parboil the rice, sieve the water, blend the rice, and use it as pudding on your hair. So it has different means on how you can use it, but it boils down to what really works for that person. Is it the same thing that will work for you? That's the question. So you can either do 1 week if it works for you, good for you. You can do 24 hours. You can
If it
even
works for you.
cook it, pound the rice. If it works for you, do it. But the beautiful thing is they're all natural, because we are beginning to embrace the natural side of
yeah.
it. Because there are people who still use Quaker oats as hair masks. We can go as far as using. Tomorrow I might wake up and say, let's try Ijebu Gari.
And see if it
And
works.
see if it, yeah.
And before you know, you discover something new.
Something new. So it's just important to research on every food we eat, the benefit to our health and our well-being and our lifestyle, and then infuse that to your hair if you want to.
Do you want to? Okay, last question on hair before we move over to something else. Now, we talked about the rice water. To be honest, I don't even know what the rice water does to the hair. I just know a lot of people tend to do it. My younger sister is having her own natural hair, and she's been having it for not too long a time. But even my immediate younger sister, but it's as though her hair is even quite very long than mine, and even probably fuller, understand. But I don't exactly know what rice water is. So this question is from me. What does rice water do? And also, I've heard about onion juice, maybe pounding the onion and putting it together with the rice water, separating it and put the bottles, apply it at different intervals, then rinse off later. What do those two ingredients do?
Those two ingredients in everyone's or those creators' research at the end of the day is to promote hair growth, strengthen your strands, and they will also tell you it adds moisture to your hair.
Yeah.
So how does it add moisture? It doesn't just add moisture without the help of other things.
Okay.
Do you understand? Like I have a product that is called the hair food. The hair food is the protein treatment for your hair strands. Now, if I tell you buy that hair food, I sometimes advise you, had this, had banana, had this, because we are trying to have a balanced diet for your strands. But I won't just carry boiled yam and apply without the help of other things. So those the onion, it's always very good to use. But now the question is, can you stand the smell?
That's another thing. Yes.
So people just come up with different things. That smell can trigger someone who is asthmatic.
Of course.
So let us be really mindful.
Let's be really, really mindful.
Let's be really mindful.
Yes.
A lot of creators can come up. Okay, now we see okra indomie and stuff like that. All these things are content people create.
If I don't know how people do this.
Yes.
So we'll tell you they use like the time tomato was expensive. Someone used
beetroot.
Yes, someone even used watermelon. For is this how we create things? You see somebody will blend noodles they will blend noodles with this. Then I don't know. There's a particular blender people love
You
to
know
buy.
the
You know the blender, right? You know, I don't want to mention names. So they blend the noodles. They put in a little bit water. They dry it. They mold it into
Flakes. They want to do cornflakes.
They want to do cornflakes. Some of them want to even make like puff puff. Some of them want to even make it as eba. Akara. I'm like wondering like what's going on. A lot of people are just trying new things. Anyway, that's it on for hair. I know I have a lot of questions for hair. We might not even leave hair and probably move beauty to another day, because hair has a lot of things that we need to know about. So let's quickly go for a break. And all right, welcome back. You're watching Women's Corner with me, Rose Blossom. Of course, if you're just joining us, we're talking about women and beauty in today's world. But you know, we've just picked out one part of it, and that's hair. We'll be talking about hair all through with Glory. And Glory is a model. She's an actress. She's an influencer. She's a producer. She's a presenter. She's also the founder and the CEO of 9 Days Organic, one of the best hair products in Nigeria. It's good to have you again.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to ask about the journey of having this product, this company. What made you just say, I want to do this?
Okay, so it started off, I used to have perm hair. Okay, growing up I had like very stubborn hair.
Stubborn hair, okay.
You know that kind of hair that when you want to comb it to break.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has like texture. And our parents then didn't have that time or knowledge on how to handle it. So by the time I left my mom, first thing I did, I retouched her hair. So when I retouched the hair, it was really long and it wasn't giving, you know. So I cut the hair. I started doing natural. So when I realized that I'll carry very expensive ribbon on my hair, they will not stop me to ask me. My gender, I'm not talking about guys too. My gender will not stop to ask, well, your hair is nice.
Your hair is nice.
But
How
the
much is
moment I
it?
have my natural hair, people will be asking, is this your hair? Is this your, and then I could alight with different colors as a then. You know, so my school, I was in school then when they want to do projects, they say, can I talk about your hair and stuff like that? And, oh, your hair, I like it. And I kept referring them to my friend's salon. I kept referring to someone else's. They said. So COVID came, we're home, we're just nothing happening. I just carried scissors that day, like, oh yeah, let me start something. I can't be bored. Then those concussion that I was using before I cut my hair was the things I started using. I started posting on my status, and then I realized people say, I know be the hair you cut yesterday. No, come, what are you using? So that's what I use. I say, I packaged it without branding. No.
Yeah.
I started selling. Then I realized that people were contacting me. Oh, somebody gave me your number, that she used your product. You know, that was how referrals started coming. I registered the business, you know, did the right things you need to do for business, and that was how 9 Days, we birthed 9 Days Organics.
So why 9 days?
9 Days is my name.
Really?
Yes, my father's my name, like my name. So people feel like when it's 9 days,
Is the product works in 9 days? That's my thought exactly.
If you've been following me, I always tell them that this thing will not give you 9 days results. Don't feel like 9 days is my name. Glory 9 Days.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Can you spell the 9 days?
N-I-N-E 9. Then D-E-Y-S. There's
Whoa.
yes.
So is that an English word or?
It's an English. Let me say West Indies, Jamaican. Caribbean,
Oh. So you're kind of mixed breed. Okay, let's keep that for behind the camera. Let's not say that on here. Okay, now let's talk about hair and fashion. Now, for those that you know, like some persons have very light hair.
Yeah.
Their hair is very light. What kind of style do you subscribe that they always try to put on their hair, and what kind of style should they totally avoid?
Avoid Ghana weaving. I can't see from my dream. As thick as my hair, I always tell people avoid Ghana weaving. Especially those that, you know, they pick your skull.
Oof.
As as thin as your strand.
Strands. All right.
You know, when you start uprooting, you see those tiny bubbles. That's the beginning of hair loss.
Ooh.
Do you understand? Avoid canal weaving. Avoid long braids that will be pulling your intestine in your brain. Is that the one? Avoid those styles. Go for Didi.
Didi.
Didi thickens hair.
Oh.
It thickens, it helps. Go for Kiko. Thread.
Really?
Yes.
I actually saw one beautiful style, Kiko. I've been looking for someone that would
Go
do
for
that.
Kiko. You see that thread? If you find someone that is good with handling your hair without pulling your scalp, please hold them close, even in Didi. Your protective styles like your weaving, cornrows and stuff like that, yes. But use a friendly stylist. Don't go for the ones that has anger issues, because they will help you remove the small hair that is
They are
growing.
managing.
Yeah. They use the right hair products. If you have a thin hair or a lightweight hair, I would advise you steam your hair often. You know, use the right protein treatment to give your strand strength. You understand? It's a nature. But when you steam your hair with the right protein, do your protective style, and don't leave it like that for so long.
For so long.
Yes.
Okay. Try to always change the.
Always change it, but don't go to stylists that will help you chop the remaining ones.
Then for those that have stubborn hair, you already said like you had a very
Tough hair.
tough
yeah.
hair. Okay.
Very.
We call it stubborn hair because in fact you see some stylists when they see your hair, you packed it, but once you release the hair, they'll be like, no, I'm sorry, we can't make this type
My
of
hand
hair.
will pay me.
Exactly, my hand will pay me, and they will believe the time they're supposed to use in making like
They
two,
would have made
three,
10.
they would have made exactly. So what will you advise them to do about the hair?
It's your nature. It's not your fault. It's a blessing. Trust me. Yes, because I grew to understand the hair type I have and how to style it. So before you go to a stylist and you know you have a tough hair, go with your leave-in conditioner. Go yourself. I would advise you even use a natural hair expert, because if you go to those ones that don't know anything about natural hair, man, the migraine level will be top notch.
Not notch.
I'm telling you. So go to a stylist that understand your hair type. Always go with a leave-in conditioner, dilute it with water, have your spray bottle. Before you get there, spray your hair, use your hand and detangle your thing yourself, or comb it. The truth is, when you comb it, by the time you get there, it will still
It will shrink again.
yeah? So you have to work with a stylist that knows your hair type, and then you always have to deep condition your hair using the right protein treatment also,
Yeah.
because the type that you use is the one that will help soften
Soften
your
the
hair.
hair.
If your hair is not softened, is not well moistured, it will really be hard for them to comb. You understand? I really don't encourage hot combs because it stunts your hair growth over time.
Oh really?
Yes, excessive use of it.
Okay.
Excessive use of it. So just do the manual way. You can actually do Kiko the day before you go to the salon. It will
yeah,
help
stretching the hair.
the tips, so that when you get there, it will be easier to just
Lose it.
and
Yeah.
comb your hair.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's a very good trick. You
Yeah.
can do that Kiko, and once the reason it's easy to even comb. It's
Even
still
Calabar, those Calabar or twist, you do
you
it.
can do it
Yeah.
yourself.
When you get there, they loosen it, and if they're patient enough, they'll start combing your hair from the tips. But I find out that they comb from the roots
Yeah, from the roots upward.
which is not nice. You start combing from the tips.
I even believe for every hair they should always come from the tip, because for one, you go to a salon except you want to spend extra when you go to someone that, you know, like you said, if you have a virgin hair, you go to those, that's the natural hair, you go to those who deal with natural hair, and of course if you have a relaxed hair you can still look for a specialist that will do that. But most people tend to always comb from, like you said, the roots
From the roots.
upward. Even it's, I feel it's only the people that have relaxed hair, very relaxed and silky
thin
hair,
hair,
yeah,
silky
thin
hair.
hair, that they should be able to do that, because it's very easy to just comb it through. Anyway, before we go, how can people get to reach you if they want to reach you, talk to you, get your product? How can they do that?
So we are on all social media. 9 Days Organics, 9 number 9, then DEYS Organics. Phone number 081 700 23636. You can send us a WhatsApp message. You can send us a DM on all our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook presently.
Okay, so before we go, because the time is almost fast spent. Before we go, what I know you have something to say. I know there's something in your mind when I said come to the studio that you want to say to your fans. You want to say to people about hair, about beauty, because we couldn't even talk about beauty, but I know hair is beauty too. So what is that thing you want to say? Let me just in 2 minutes.
Hair is beauty. It's the crown of a woman. The first thing you see when a woman walks in is the hair, good or bad. And then the hair complements your skin. If your hair is not well made, your skin will look dull. Do you understand? So hair is a crown. And I want to encourage every woman out there, learn on how to take care of yourself. Learn on how to invest on your hair, because it starts from our 20s. 18, we're already forming big girls. You can see an 18-year-old girl, 19, still carrying hair that smells bad at that age, because they've not learned how to maintain it. So by the time you go from 18, 19, 20, 25, you're married, that is the same character you're getting into your love. Do you understand? So I want to encourage every young girl out there, every woman, on how to maintain their hair and their well-being. It's very important. Use the right shampoo, use the right product. Don't wait for 7 days miracle to happen. It's not going to work that way. There are always going to be changes over time when you use a natural process. But if you want to do wuru-wuru, you'll see the wuru-wuru results, right? So just keep a healthy lifestyle and remain blessed. And don't forget to send us a DM on 9 Days Organic. It's very important.
It's very. If you want, this is her hair. If you don't know, this is actually her hair. She was telling me, should I fly it out or should I, pack it up? It's her hair, very, very long. I would have loved to stretch it, but we don't want to we want to scatter fine girl now. I can't even do that. Anyway, to wrap up the show, we are wrapping the show. I would like to appreciate Glory for coming and Diadem for coming. She's a model, I'll read again, actress, producer, presenter, influencer, founder of CEO 9 Days Organic, one of the best hair doctor in Nigeria. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It was amazing.
Thank you so much.
I actually learned a lot because, I already, from your statement, I need to work a lot on my hair. As someone having natural hair, it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing to even have a natural hair. You're African, so I like the fact where you've encouraged me to take care and conscious effort, actually.
Yeah.
Conscious effort, not take care. I do take care of my hair, but conscious effort. Thank you so much. And I'm sure a lot of people did learn. If you have questions, you can reach out to our social media platforms at 9 Days Organic. Yes, on Instagram and every other platforms. And of course, if you cannot even reach her directly, you can reach to me. I'll definitely send you her contact so you can